Okay, everybody, welcome back to the DGS 2605 channel. We're back with our MLB Power Pros 2008 repeat season mode with your undefeated world champion Toronto Blue Jays. Okay, nothing, or excuse me. Last time out, Guthrie took care of business against the Oakland A's. I believe he went 7 2/3, allowed 2 runs. Nina closed the rest of the game down, and we got the 11-run margin of victory there, 13-2. Got one last game here against the Oakland A's, then we get into plane all the way to the other side of the country to Fenway, and then we go back to Toronto for 2 series against these same 2 teams. That's going to bring us through to the end of May. Let's go ahead and take a look at the game here, and on the mound, it will be Scott Olsen. 3.46 ERA, and so far, how our left-handed pitching is done against this Oakland Athletics lineup, be confident he's going to have a good outing today. It's at average condition here. Let's look around. Aurelia is the only one that's been consistently at least above average condition over there. We're going against Snell. That's certainly not Blake Snell, maybe a relative, I'm not sure. Johnny Estrada, he's had our number anytime we face him. He's looking to, for above average condition there, have a good game. Jones as well. Yabesky Betancourt is over the moon, but the game's not played on the stat line, it's played on the diamond, right? Let's get into the game. Okay, Blue Jays, let's play ball. I'm gonna play some ball, play it here, play it now, excuse me. Look through, I see the Yankees got shut out, the Rangers beat Tampa 4-1, and in real life, the Tampa Bay Rays are absolutely running away with the AL East. It's crazy. If the Jays were, because the Jays are like, yeah, the 15-something games back in the AL East. If they're in the Central, they'd be like maybe 4 or 5 at most. Here comes Snell. He certainly doesn't look like Blake Snell. He's too tan. I don't know, maybe a relative who hung out in the sun for a lot longer than he should have. Anyways, quick 0-2 count on Rich Aurelia. And he pulls that one. That is caught by Atkins. That was a good piece of 0-2 hitting there, but didn't go for a base hit. Here's Durham now. 487, 11 homers, 50 RBIs. Ball 1 missed. So it is a right-hander on the mound. It's going to be righty-lefty battle here for the pitchers. 2-seamer inside missed, 2-0. 2-seamer in the zone, 2-1. Curve missed the corner, 3-1. Durham gets a piece of that. That's going way foul. Good thing nobody was warming up in the bullpen over there. Payoff pitch to Ray Durham. 1 out. Nobody on. Game is tied. Hits it down the third baseline. A dive by Atkins. But he is going to hold it. He's not going to risk a throw. And Durham with an infield hit. There's Berkman. 489. 49 homers. 118 RBIs. It's that fastball over to Atkins. At second. Over to first. Berkman can't beat out the double play. We have grounded into a lot of double plays against Oakland. Anyways, bottom of the first, Scott Olsen warming up. Let's see the slider. Pretty good. Let's check the changeup. Looking fine. Let's look at the fastball. All right. BJ Upton starting the game off. Strike 1 on the slider. Just a little low with that fastball, 1-1. Got away from him, and that is going to center right. Bounce off the wall, and that's bad omen for what can happen here. The A's start the game off with a leadoff double. See Yabesky Betancourt. A fastball for strike 1. There's the change up there. Got him swinging on 3 pitches. All right, that's a good out there. There's Atkins. Every ball was hit over to him in the previous inning. Actually, the top half. Hop it to Rich Aurelia. He'll go to second, and we'll get him there, but the runner remains at second. There's Jeff Kent. Hits the first pitch he sees. That one's going to right field. AR-15 manages to run it down and makes a catch without looking. Here we go. So both teams a hit in the first, nothing of it. 4-5-6 part of the Jays lineup in the top of the second. Here's AR-15, 424 average, 22 homers, 69 RBIs. Nice. 2-seamer too low, 1-0. 2-seam fastball in the zone, 1-1. Curve too low. 2-1. And he liked that ball. Hit it right down the line. Unfortunately, went foul. That would have been an extra bases likely. Count is even. 2-2. He got a hold of that curveball. That's going to right field. He gets himself a single. Leadoff runner on for the Jays. Here comes Ryan Baron. 6:05, 72. And we are 138. 138 RBIs for him. Strike 2 on the slider. The wind's northeast, a factor of 1. Slightly in the hitter's favor. He fouls off that 0-2 pitch behind him. Staying alive. Snell thinks that AR-15 is going to try something here. Braun fouls another one off. Hits that one inside, and that got in between first and second. That was a risky, that could have been another double play, but instead runners on first and second with no outs. Here's Mike Lowell, 469, 26, 65. That one gets away from the catcher, and both runners will get to scoring position without any trouble. So 1-0 count to Lowell. Fastball in the zone, 1-1. Curve way inside, 2-1. High two-seamer in the zone. Count is even, 2-2. Two-seamer missed the bottom right corner. Payoff pitch, runners on second and third. Nobody out. Lowell hits it over to short. Where's they going with it? They're going home. We're sending the runners back. And the fielder's choice. The bases are loaded now with no outs for Luke Scott. He has not had a mistake yet. A double play is always still available. We have Luduka after Scott, then Granderson. A first pitch fastball missed, 1-0. Fastball way inside, 2-0. 3-0. Hands off the controller. That was not a mistake. Two-seamer, 3-1. And they walk in a run. Very seldom do we have a run score like that. Rios gets home. 1-0 Jays. So I don't think that even counts as a run batted in for Scott. There's Luduka now, bases still loaded, no outs. Takes strike 1. Strike 2 on the changeup there. He smacks that over into the center right gap. This is going to do damage. 2 runs come in. It's 3-0 Jays. Still no outs. Here's Curtis Granderson. Let's keep an eye here. He's at 35 pitches. We have both outs to utilize here. Well, 2 of the 3, of course, but the third one ends the inning. And he hits that hard to second. Where are they going with it? They go right to first, but they go home. A run will score. 4-0 Jays. There goes the quality start. RBI for Granderson. Rich Aurelia. One is now east, a factor of 1. One good swing here brings in another run. A quick 0-2 count. He puts that over. That's going to shallow right field. That will be a base hit. We keep the out. 5-0 Jays now. 5-run rally. Here's Ray Durham. It's now batting practice. And Durham is 1 for 1 with a single. He had the first base hit of the day. Hits that mistake. That's going to left field. Jones is going back. It will stay in the park. That's going to be a double for Durham. Runners are in scoring position again. Snell can't believe it. Only 1 out so far. And that one gets away from the catcher. Go back to your bases. Nothing of it there. 1-0. Fastball in the zone. Strike 1. And Berkman pulled that. He didn't get the best sweet spot on it. It is going. Will it leave? Yes, it will. Home run number 50 on the season for Lance Berkman. We have bat through the lineup, only allowing a single out. 8-0 Toronto Blue Jays. Holy moly, man. That's the first home run we've had. And Snell, he's going to be taken out. He went 1 1/3, allowed 8 runs. Here comes Abraham. Once again, they're just making this kid, they just don't like this kid. I mean, it's 8-0. You might as well just reserve your competitive arms for a competitive situation. That's not happening here. 0-2 now. Rios hits that one. That's past the second baseman into center field. There's another, his second base hit of the inning. There's Braun, 1 for 2 with a single. funny average. Curve just missed high, 1-0. Fastball just missed inside, 2-0. 2-1 on the forkball. He got jammed on that one. That's going to center field, but it might fall for a base hit. No, it won't. BJ Upton with the throw. And Rios is barely in there safely. So they finally get the second out of the inning. Lowell hitless in the game so far. Got on the fielder's choice. So we had the bases loaded twice. We had I think it was a 4-pitch walk to Scott, and Loduca with a 2 RBI double. And Granderson brought home another run. Aurelia brought home another run, then Bergman brought in more. It's funny how, like, you look at it, it's like a chain sequence. I am not running from first base. I have no idea what he's doing. He's just scared. It's 2-1. 2-2 now to Lowell. And a mistake. Lowell pulled that to left field like a tooth. Goodbye. I think that's the furthest Lowell has hit a ball. 456 feet. 27th home run on the season. This is a double-digit rally now. 10-0 Toronto. And a mistake at the worst time. Here's Scott, 0 for 1. Excuse me, yeah, 0 for 0 in the game. He's only had a walk. It's the first pitch he sees. That's going for a base hit. And this inning will continue to Paulo Duca. First time up, had a 2 RBI double. Puts him at 31 homers, RBIs on the season. Takes strike 1 on the curve. Scott remains safe at first. Duca read that one, not that great. That's to Kennedy, over to first. That will finally end the inning. A 10-run inning. We were perfect 10 for 10 there. Bottom of the second coming up. The 5-0-6-7. Part of the Athletics lineup. There's Hatteberg, so lefty-lefty matchup here. And that's going to be a base hit to center field. There's their second, a leadoff single for them. So we got the run support. Now it's just up to Olsen to execute. Strike 1. That could have been ball 1. We'll take that call. He pulls that over. That's in between first and second. This looks familiar. That brings up Johnny Estrada. It's the first pitch he sees. Pass Olsen. Durham over to first. Look at that effort. What a double play. I think Olsen should have been able to field that, but Ray Durham made a count right there. That he continues to excel defensively. That's what we like to see. Double play. The runner is on third. Great Kennedy. Strike 1 on the fastball. Ooh, 50-50 called to knock her away. 1-1. That's popped up right to Loduca. He waits on it. And that's going to end the second inning. So they're 0 for 3 now. We're 10 for 10. Top of the third, it's the last batter in our lineup, Curtis Granderson. Has an RBI in the game. He's 4 away from the century mark on RBIs. Takes strike 1. Ball 1 there. Fastball in the zone, strike 2. He pulls that one. Will that get... No, it won't get past Kent. Makes the catch. 1 away. Here's Aurelia, 1 for 2. Singles last time up. Has an RBI in the game. Strike 1 on the forked ball. High curve. Missed the top right corner. 1-1. Inside fastball. 2-1. Fouled that back, foul tip. It's going to be a 2-2 count now. Went inside with that. That's hit over the short. Kennedy to first. 2 away. Here's Durham looking for a cycle. He has the single and the double. Of course, we want to see something here for him. Fork ball missed. 1-0. Fastball there. Strike 1. And he hits that hard to center. Upton goes back, and he makes the catch. So we go 3 up and 3 down in the top of the third. But it was still perfect in terms of being clutch. We're 10 for 10. Bottom of the third coming up. It's the bottom of their lineup. The thing separating us is a trip through the lineup right now. Spire takes strike one on the fastball. He read that slider perfectly, and that's going to be another leadoff single for them. They've had a leadoff base hit in all 3 innings so far. BJ Upton had a double his first time up. Ball one slightly missed. He hits that hard over to Rich Aurelia. At second, over to first. Back-to-back double plays for the Oakland A's. He can make them ground into them too. Using Besky Betancourt, whatever his first name is. And a mistake from Olsen. We saw that in the first inning, and that's going to be their 2nd hit of the inning. Their 5th hit of the game already. Here's Atkins. He's hoping for a fastball. Got the change up. Strike one. Fouls that one back. Loduca is going after it. He will be there to make the catch in foul territory. Excellent. So they got 5 hits through 3 innings so far, and nothing to show for it. I believe 2 runners in scoring position. Anyways, a guy on 3rd and guy on 2nd in the 1st. Top of the 4th coming up. Lance Berkman leading off. 1 for 2, has a 3-run home run in the game, which makes up for that double play he suffered. It's the first pitch he sees to Kennedy, over to first, a 1 away. Here's Rios, 2 for 2, 2 singles in the game. Curve inside, 1-0. Abraham's tired. And Rios smokes that thing to center field, slightly to left. It's going, it will be caught by Upton. The wind likely had a factor in that. Here's Braun, 1 for 2 with a single. He's 1 away from tying Barry Bonds' 73. He smokes that thing right back at the pitcher. Thankfully, it doesn't hurt him. Went to center field, and now Braun is 2 for 3 in the game. And here's Lowell, who, oh my God, look at his RBIs. He absolutely crushed the ball his last time up, the hardest I think he's ever hit it. Over 450 feet. Strike one on the 4th ball. He's keeping an eye over at Braun. Lowell is certainly waiting on something here. 1-2. And a mistake. It's going to center field against the shift. Will it? It will stay in the park. We're going to send Braun. Great Kennedy throws it home, but not in time. And Lowell with a 1 RBI double there, his 3rd RBI of the game. And a mistake at the wrong time. Lowell made it count. The shift worked against them. Upton has a chance to field that if he isn't stationed over to the left slightly. Yeah, Braun makes it there in plenty of time. They're going to take Abraham out of there. He only allowed the 1 run. Here comes in Fukumori, the right-handed pitcher. Scott is 1 for 1 in the game. And a mistake right off the bat, no pun intended, but Scott fouls it back. I certainly wasn't expecting it. It's like they have their own mop-up routine, because these games have gotten out of hand for Oakland. Shutout miss, 2-1. Another mistake. Scott pulls it past the first baseman. We're sending Lowell home. The throw from Kent won't be in time. 12-0 Jays. RBI single for Luke Scott. There's Paulo Duca. We'll contact swing here with Grandy up next as a left-handed hitter. Takes strike one. Shutout miss, 1-1. He's keeping an eye on first base. And he hits that fastball to right field. That's going to go for 2 consecutive singles there. That sounds like a nice night. Anyways, Grandy up next. He's only had 7 pitches, but he's throwing 2 mistakes. We're waiting on something here. Strike one on the fork ball. Way low fork ball, 1-1. Fork ball in the dirt, 2-1. Tried to break that shootout into the zone. It didn't. 3-1. Not swinging. It's going to be a payoff pitch to Granderson. 2 men on, 2 outs. And he hits that to center field. Will it be able to fall for a base hit? No, it won't. Caught by Upton. So we're 12 for 14. Another 2 runs come across the plate. They're 0 for 5. We're 12 for 14. 4, 5, 6 part of the Oakland lineup. At the bottom of the 4th, here's Kent. 0 for 1 in the game. So his former Blue Jay we're pitching against, Jeff Kent. Takes strike one. Hits that off the fat part of the bat. Durham to first, one away. There's Hattenberg, 1-for-1. Strike one. Hattenberg pulls that, second baseman. Durham makes a nice catch, and he continues to shine. This is his second defensive replay of the game. Probably didn't even need to jump, but he did it anyways. Jones with a single. Strike one on the fastball. He pulls that. That is going just foul. That could have been some damage there. Here's 0-2. He puts that in play. Durham makes another great catch. And I think that's the first time the A's, they went 3 up and 3 down in an inning. First time they didn't lead off with a base hit. Top of the 5th, top of the Jays lineup. Aurelia, 1-for-3 with a single. Strike one on the shootout. He's tired already, but I mean, he's had a good amount of work in this series, hasn't he? 1-1. Ooh, 1-2. Caught a fair bit of zone there, but not enough apparently. Inside on that forkball. 3-1. Payoff pitch to Rich Aurelia. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the 5th. Jays up by a dozen. Hits that to the second baseman, Kent. To first. One away. There's Durham. Is looking for the cycle. Strike one on the forkball. Strike two on the shootout. The 0-2 is going to be in the dirt. Forkball missed. 1-2. Durham hits that to center field. He's got himself his third base hit of the game. That's going to bring up Berkman. Will they take him out? Yes, they will. Pitcher number 4 in the game for Oakland. Here comes Gonzo against the murderer's row of righties. That ERA is still below 1. Oh, Berkman read that slider perfectly, but it's going foul. I'm surprised how well I read that slider. There it goes way inside there, 1-1. It's a left-hander. So they are switching the lefty-righty pitchers up, so that is interesting. Fastball went low, 2-1. Berkman hits that. That's going foul, ground ball. Count is even, 2-2. He got every bit of that one. Will it make it? Yes, it certainly will. Berkman's second home run of the game. His 5th RBI as he comes across the plate. Just above 420 feet. It's now 14-0 Toronto. We just keep putting more on. We don't stop. Here's Rios, 2-for-3, 2 singles. And he hits the first pitch you see. He's a good fastball. But that's going against the wind. Upton. Oh, he dropped it. When was the last time we saw that happen? All right, here's Braun. Wind is now directly south, factor of 1. Runner in scoring position thanks to an unbelievable error, and Braun pulls that to left field. It is against the wind. Will it make it? It made it. 387 feet. He matches Barry Bonds' home run record. Of course, he has his own. Another 2 runs come across the plate, and that error costs Oakland another run, but it's 16-0. Here's Lowell looking for a cycle. Has the home run and the double. 3 RBIs in... 3 RBIs in the game. Fastball outside, 1-0. 2-0 on that slider, and his ERA went from 0.73. It's now above 2. Lowell read that slider. That's going to Kennedy. Over to first. 2 away. They finally get that second out. Here's Luke Scott. 2-for-2 in the game. 2 singles. Hits that one towards third base. Atkins over to first. And Scott won't be able to run it out. So more damage is done. 4 more runs come across the plate. We're 16 for 17. They had that really bad error there. They're 0 for 5. Last 3 batters in their lineup. So Olsen, now's the time to see if he can shut them down. That one's pulled inside over to third. Lowell, it's going to be a deep throw. He makes it. 1 away. Here's Gray Kennedy. Flew out his first time up. Strike one on the slider. And he got every bit of that one. That's going to the warning track out there. Bounces off the wall. Granderson's going to relay it. That's going to be a one-out double. There's their 6th hit. There's Spire. Take strike one on the slider there. It's the change-up. The fastball didn't bite on it. 1-2. Got him swinging. 2 away. Here's BJ Upton. He wants to make up for that error, I'm sure. Let's not make it easy on him. Hits that over. Berkman makes the play. He's going to run it out. That's going to be the end of the inning there. So they got another runner in scoring position. They couldn't do anything with it with only 1 out there. Top of the 6th coming up. Paulo Duca in the 8th spot leading off. They're making another pitching change here. Here comes in Stetter. Usually he comes in earlier, but... Oh, he's tired. Duca is also looking for a cycle. Change up inside, 1-0. 2-0 on the slider. Loduca pulled that one. He didn't get the best swing on it. That's going to Jones. It is caught. 1 away. They're keeping him in to face Granderson. It's a tired pitcher. We're letting him swing here, even though he's 0 for 3. He does have an RBI in the game. That misses. Ball 1. And he hits that up the middle. That's going for a base hit. Granderson with a base hit in the game. I believe everyone has at least 1 now. He's 1 for 4. Brings up Rich Aurelia, who is 1 for 4. Takes the fastball there. Strike 1. High slider missed. 1-1. Slider missed. 2-1. Slider inside the zone. 2-2. Aurelia pulls that. That's over to Kennedy. He throws it to second. Over to first. Double play. It's been a while since we grounded into one of those. But Stetter, the tired pitcher, gets the Athletics through the top of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th coming up. 2-3-4, part of the Oakland lineup. 2 strikeouts in the game for Olsen. He's at 41 pitches as this one comes across the plate. Strike 1 on the fastball. He missed the sweet spot on that. Durham, Berkman, 1 away. Here's Atkins, a ground out and a foul fly out. Strike 1 on the lower fastball there. Ooh, just missed that changeup there. Took a huge swing at it. Here's the 0-2. He puts that bouncer in play. Durham won't be able to field that one. That's going to be a single to center. Another, that's their 7th hit. Runner on first, 1 away. Here's Jeff Kent. That could have been strike 1, but it's ball 1. He got a good look at that slider. But Rios is there. 2nd out. Runner goes back to first. Scott Hatteberg, 1 for 2 with a single. Strike 1 on the beautiful fastball. He pulls that. Lance Berkman is right where he needs to be. They leave another man stranded. They are 0 for 7. That's crazy. The only game, I think, where they had the other team had a lot of hits but no runs across the plate. This guy's staying in here, I guess. Game 2 of the World Series last year. I think Danks had 8 hits allowed, but still got the shutout. 1 on the slider now. Fastball went low, 2-1. He's gassed. 3-1. 3-2 payoff pitch, top of the 7th, no outs, nobody on. Durham smokes that over to Kennedy, over to first, 1 away. They're going to take Stetter out of there, and he did excellent, all things considered. Here's Ledema. I believe this guy is a starter, another left-hander. He's not in good condition. Berkman is 2 for 4. 5 RBIs in the game with 2 home runs. Fastball missed, 1-0. Fastball caught the top right of the zone, 1-1. Change up in the zone, 2-1. And 1-2, excuse me. And Berkman hit that low ball. That's going. Will it clear? Yes, it will. His 3rd home run of the game, his 52nd on the season, 6th RBI in the game as he comes across the plate. He is a grand slam away from the home run cycle. which is crazy. We've had multiple of those and not an actual cycle, but hey, 17-0, we'll take it. Here's Rios, 2 for 4, 2 singles, a fly out, and got last time to second on an error. Take strike one there, nothing in one. And he read that breaking pitch while that's going to right field, and he is now hunting for a cycle. 3 for 5 in the game now, his 23rd home run on the season, just over 400 feet. And I think that's his first RBI in the game, too. Yeah, RBI 70 on the season. 18-0 now. Here's Braun, also looking for a cycle. He's 3 for 4, 2 singles and a home run. Swings at the first pitch he sees. He gave it a good ride. It is going at the warning track as Upton makes the catch. 2 away. Here's Lowell. Since he is looking for the cycle, let's see if we can get him the easy single here. He pulls that over to the shortstop, over the head of him. So maybe he could have made the catch there, but he didn't. So Kennedy, thanks to him, Lowell is a triple away from the cycle. Here's Luke Scott now. Hits that pitch past third base. That's gone foul, nothing in one. Reads that breaking pitch while that's going to center field. Upton is going back. He will make the catch. That's going to end the inning. Another 2 runs come across the plate for the Jays, and I don't feel like we need it, but let's have some good luck water. I mean, my throat, I've been talking a lot, so. Yeah, I needed that one. But looking at the game here, we are 18 for 21. We've been excellent. They're 0 for 7. They've been the opposite of perfect. They've been failures, but they have 9 outs left. Olsen's got to keep pitching well because it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out at the old ball game at McAfee Coliseum, home of the Oakland Athletics. So Jones is leading off. He's 1 for 2. Strike one on a beautiful fastball from Olsen. That's a sweet spot there. That's pulled Durham to Berkman. 1 away. There's Johnny Estrada. 2 grounders so far. One was a double play. The other one was a standard ground out. Strike one on the fastball. And he pulls that low changeup over into the outfield. That's going to be his first base hit of the day. That's their 8th hit. They have a runner on first, 1 away. Here's Kennedy, a double his last time up. Strike one on the slider. It's the change up there. Hits that one over to Berkman. Took a weird bounce, but at its second, over to first. Got him! What a double play. Once again, a hit goes nowhere for them. They are 0 for 8, top of the 8th coming up. And it's our 8th batter, Paulo Duca, leading off. And he is also looking for a cycle. Let's just let this guy tire himself out to 2 strikes. So boy, it is not a competitive game at this point. Fastball high, 1-1, excuse me. Curve in the zone, 1-2. He's tired. Curve way in the dirt, 2-2. He got a swing on that. It is going to right field. Caught by Spire. 1 away. There's Grandy, 1 for 4 with a single. With a tired pitcher, we're waiting on something, even though he's a lefty. 1-0. 2-0. Change up in the zone. Nice miles per hour. 2-1. That fastball go by. That wasn't a half bad pitch to swing at, but it's 2-2 now. And he put the bat on the ball there. Kennedy to first. 2 away. Here's Aurelia, who is what? 1, 2, 3. He's 1 for 5 so far. Can he change fortunes here? Strike one on the fastball. Nothing in 1. Fastball way missed. 1-1. Hit that fastball. Hit it hard to Kennedy. He's going to first. That's going to be the top of the 8th. So we went up and 3 down in the top of the 8th, bottom of the 8th coming up. 9-1-2 part of the lineup. Spire 1 for 2. A single and a swinging strikeout his last time up. Pulls that over. Lowell, it will stay fair. Deep throw. Gets him. 1 away. Here's BJ Upton. 1 for 3 with a double. He started the game off with a double. Even though they've got a lot of hits, Olsen's been able to shut them down at the right times. He read that slider well. Aurelia off his glove. The effort was there. That's their 9th hit. Runner on first, 1 away. Besky Betancourt with the hit in the game. He's 1 for 3. Strike 1. That one got away from Olsen. Luckily, he swung through it. 0-2. That's put in play. Bouncer. At it second, over to first. He's going to be safe. We keep a runner from getting to scoring position. Runner remains at first. Strike 1 Atkins. And we popped him up. Granderson's there. That's the 3rd out. We're going into the 9th inning here. They are 0 for 9. Top of the 9th coming up. Ray Durham leading off in the 2 spot. Keeping the tired pitcher in there. He's, what, 3 for 5? Still looking for a cycle. That one was a weak pitch. Got way away from the zone, though. 1-0. He's gassed. They're 2-0. Curve stayed in the zone. 2-1. Curve in the zone there as well. 2-2. He read that one. Well, that's smoked into center field. There is a base hit for Ray Durham. He's now 4 for 6 in the game. They're going to take Ludema out of there. Berkman, he's waiting on something here. K-Rod. Francisco Rodriguez. I don't know which season it was, if it was 07 or 08. He set the all-time saves in a single season record. And he is not in the market to make a save here anyways, 1-1. Maybe their pitching just holds it down until this guy comes in. That's how they get their wins. That one gets away from Durham. And Durham, like Berkman, has not moved the bat whatsoever. Durham is at 3rd base right now. That's 3-1. Come on, K-Rod. Payoff pitch to Berkman. And he walks him. Here's error 15. Runners on the corners. No outs. Curve miss. 1-0. That one gets away from him. 2-0. This is one of the outings of all time. 3-0. This guy is a closer, by the way. Probably in the game, considering what he was doing in reality. Might be the best closer in the game. Either him or Rivera. Payoff pitch to error 15. That's a breaking pitch. Where are they going? Let him go home. Get the out there, but we still have 2 base runners. There's Braun. With that curveball. Fouled it off. 0-1. And he read that curve perfectly. It's going to right field. Over the head of, what's his name, the fielder. That's an RBI single for Braun. He's looking for a cycle now. Here's Lowell. Strike 1 perfectly on that bottom left corner. 0-1. Curve in the dirt. 1-1. And Lowell hit that high fastball. That's going to right field. I'm not sure about it. No, it's going to be caught by Spire. Runners remain at the corners here. And I have an idea. Frank Thomas is still looking for a hit on the season, right? And Marlon Anderson can play left. Why not? Let's just put him in there for fun. All right, Frank, all you need is one good swing here. Strike 1 on the bottom left corner. 0-1. And he hits that off of Hatterberg's glove. What a... Okay, that was kind of cool. I can't lie, that was cool. We got the one run across. Bottom of the ninth now. It's the 4, 5, 6 part of the lineup. That's Jeff Kent. But before we do anything, we are putting Marlon Anderson in left field. I wonder who's the better fielder. He's a good thrower. So Molina's a good thrower. Leduca, he's better. He's just better in every way. Okay, alright. So no wonder Leduca's been catching a lot of the base runners. He has above average throwing. And Jeff Kent hits the first pitch he sees. Scorcher to center. Grandy is right there. One away. Scott Hatterberg. Strike one on the fastball. Fastball went low there. 1-1. Ooh, nice pitch there. Here's the 1-2. That one's over to third base. Lowell throws it to Berkman. We're 1 out away from... I'm not going to say it because knock on wood, right? Here's Jones, 1 for 3. Fastball went inside, 1-0. He hits that. Oh, our defensive substitution. Marlon Anderson's the final out, and that's your ball game. Your final score, Toronto Blue Jays 19, Oakland Athletics 0. And that was a shutout by Scott Olsen. And man, did Oakland just choke away their chances. 9 hits, no runs to show for it. And I think only maybe 4 of those were in scoring position at any point. I think only 1 guy ever got to third. Top of the 5th, I think that was the ball Lowell absolutely crushed. But, I mean, player of the game, Olsen, you can't win if you can't score. Batter of the game is Berkman. Berkman had 6 RBIs on 3 home runs. Excuse me, and after that point, it was just piling it on. Why can I not, like, process speech right now? Piling it on. There we go. Nice final out there. Exactly what I said, right? So another complete game from our pitching staff there. Olsen got the shutout too. We finished 19 for 23. That's the kind of performance we need. You know what? I realize my calculator's here. Team divided by 23. We were 83% efficient. That's good. Now that the game's wrapped up, we'll go ahead. We'll take a look at the stats after the fact. Olsen 6-0 on the season. Snow 3-4, and he has one of the higher ERAs on the team. They got a hit in every inning except the 4th and the 9th. It's crazy. We had the same thing. We were only hitless in 2 innings. We had 19 more runs than they did, and 14 more hits. There we go. Alright, so home runs. Berkman had 50 through 52, had a hat trick. Rios had his 23rd. Braun had his 73rd. Lowell had his 27th. Alright, moving it along here. Yeah, 6 RBIs for Berkman, 3 for Braun and Lowell. Everyone got at least 1 hit, right? Everyone in the starting lineup, that is. I mean, yeah, look at the bulk here. Berkman through Lowell. I mean, you know, added Scott there. Everyone had the bulk of RBIs. Outside of that, 1, 2, 3, 4 RBIs. And every run that comes across the plate counts, right? Olsen gets his ERA under 3. Remember, it's not the stats that matter, it's the wins, right? So we had 50 batters today. That's crazy. Let's take a look. 920. Over there, Orioles win in extra innings, and Diamondbacks shut out the Rockies at the hitter-friendly Chase Field. Let's see, anything interesting? What did the Mets? The Mets won. All right, nice. 1-0 over there. There's my kind of game at Dodger Stadium. There's my kind of game too. 3-0 at what do they call Comerica Park? Yeah, we scored by far the most there. Did any other team get to single digits? I'm not sure I saw any. And look at that flight. That's got to be the most brutal flight you could take in the major leagues ever. So 1 day to simulate here. Oh, you know what? They gave him a day off, so that's nice. 3-game series against the Bo Sox. So that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Next time, Actually, no, it's going to be John Danks on the mound. That's what we're going to do. So it's going to be Danks, Halladay, Oswalt. This 3-game series against the Red Sox are, 3 of our 6 aces, it feels like. And I'll see you then for the first game against Boston.